Namaskar, good afternoon, and a very warm welcome to the inauguration of the 4th edition of the Pune International Literary Festival. This is a dream that was born out of a desire to give to Pune a literary festival that is worthy of and which would add to its already existing rich and vibrant cultural heritage. We are proud and humbled to nurture it and to witness its continuing growth and success with each passing year. To give you an idea of how the PILF has evolved over the years, we have a short film which we would like to screen. Prasad, can we have the AV, please? That was a glimpse into the early editions of the PILF. We now present before you a performance of capoeira, which is a martial art form which requires great physical strength and agility. Artsphere presents capoeira, and to tell us about this art form, may I request Shashank to come up before the performance.
Capoeira is a Brazilian non-contact martial art form which combines the elements of dance, acrobatics, and music. It's usually referred to as a game. It was developed in Brazil mainly by the West Africans in 16th century. Practitioners of this art form are called as capoeiristas. Capoeira Pune had its origin about 4.5 years ago and was introduced by Anna C. Stone, also referred to as Artrasada. It's now being led by Sagar, who's also known as Arepiado. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Capoeira Pune team.
Thank you, Artsphere. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to request you to please bear with us for a few moments while we set up the dais to begin with the formal inauguration. May I now invite our esteemed guests to come up onto the dais. I begin with our honored chief guest, Sri Narayana Murthy, Dr. Mashelkar, the festival director, Dr. Manjari Prabhu, media baroness Sabina Sanghvi, Mr. Bharat Agarwal, Mr. Rahul Karad, and Mr. Neil Hollander. Mr. Siddharth Jain, sorry. We will now proceed to the traditional lighting of the lamp to signify the inauguration of the film festival. The literary festival. May I request Sri Narayana Murthy and Dr. Manjari Prabhu to do the honors, to be assisted by the others. Thank you all. I'd like to introduce to you the festival director, Dr. Manjari Prabhu. Dr. Prabhu is an English author and filmmaker. She has been labeled the Desi Agatha Christie. She holds a doctorate in communication science and has been invited to international literary festivals as a speaker, like the International Agatha Christie Festival in the UK and the International Women's Fiction Festival in Italy. She has directed over 200 children's TV programs and more than 50 short fiction and travel films. In 2014, she was invited as a writer in residence by the Salzburg Seminar in Austria. She has also been invited by the Goethe Institute in Germany to attend the Leipzig Book Fair and for a book reading in Berlin. She is also an animal welfare activist and she promotes caring and adoption of street dogs. I'm honored to introduce to you, although he needs no introduction, but a quick summary of his various achievements. Our chief guest today, Sri Narayana Murthy. He founded Infosys, a global software consulting company headquartered in Bangalore. He served as the CEO of Infosys, as the chairman and chief mentor, and the Chairman Emeritus during August 2011 to May 2013. Mr. Murthy articulated, designed, and implemented the global delivery model, which has become the foundation for the huge success in IT services outsourcing from India. Mr. Murthy is ranked among the top 10 of the Financial Times list of business pioneers in technology. He was awarded the Padma Vibhushan by the Government of India. He is also the trustee of the Infosys Science Foundation. We have on our advisory board Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar. Dr. Mashelkar served as the Director General of Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR. He is currently the chairman of India's National Innovation Foundation and has been honored with the Padma Shri, the Padma Bhushan, and the Padma Vibhushan, which are three of the highest civilian honors in recognition of his contribution to national building. Ms. Sabina Sanghvi is currently the station editor for Radio 1 in Pune. She has been responsible for the launch of the Pune editions of the Indian Express, Lok Satta, and Midday. This multifaceted and dynamic lady has championed many a social cause. We also have Mr. Siddharth Jain, who is a film producer, and he's presently the creative director with Hotstar. Our esteemed sponsors are Mr. Bharat Agarwal, who is the MD of Vishwakarma Publications, our title sponsors. We are indeed grateful for their unconditional support, and we look forward to a long association. Mr. Rahul Karad is the Vice President of MERS, MIT Group of Institutes. MIT has been our unstinted and rock-solid support system since the inception of PILF. Mr. Neil Hollander, he is a world-renowned and award-winning documentary filmmaker and adventurist and an ardent supporter of PILF since the beginning. May I now request Dr. Manjari Prabhu to give us her opening remarks.
Dear Mr. Narayana Murthy, Dr. Mashelkar, Mr. Bharat Agarwal, Mr. Rahul Karad, who will come, he's a little late because he will join us soon, Mr. Siddharth Jain, Sabina Sanghvi, Dr. Neil Hollander, dignitaries and guests in the audience and friends. I have a lot of gratitude to express, but there would be a detailed vote of thanks later, so I'm going to keep my speech very short. But I have two things to say. The first one is that I'm really eternally grateful to all our supporters and sponsors, friends and well-wishers, and the PILF team. PILF is truly growing bigger with every passing year because of all of you. Thank you so much. For the 4th edition of PILF, we have the incredible honor to welcome Mr. Narayana Murthy. And I would like to read a few lines from his latest book, The Wit and Wisdom of Narayana Murthy. It's just out, so I want to read something from this. There are two pillars of a modern progressive society: the loyalty to family and loyalty to community. One does not exist in isolation to the other. Successful societies are those which are able to combine both in a harmonious manner. Our duty towards the community as a whole should be at least as much as it is towards our families. We have to remember that fundamental social problems grow out of a lack of commitment to the common good. I find this very inspiring, and it really encapsulates what my life and the PILF project have all been about: family and community. That is the very meaning and focus of PILF. In creating PILF, we have tried to show our loyalty to the community. By giving the community of creative people and writers a platform in the form of PILF, we have made them a part of our extended family. Thank you very much for being a part of a wonderful adventure, all of you, all the authors, speakers, all the creative people. Thank you for being here. Sir, in a letter that you wrote to your daughter, Akshata, you wrote, I'm going to again quote, "As you pursue your goals and live a contented life, Remember that there is only one planet for us to live in, and that planet is now becoming endangered. Remember that it is your responsibility to pass on this planet to Krishna in a better condition than you got it from us. That's what he wrote to his daughter, and that's the last paragraph of that letter. And so we believe that this perfectly explains what we instinctively have set out to do with PILF: create a better city, a better world, and pass on a better planet. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful PILF 2016.
Thank you, Dr. Prabhu. As you have seen in the film on the PILF, each edition of the PILF has been associated with a social theme, and our social theme for this year is children's rights. And we have with us Mr. Thomas Chandy, who is the CEO of Save the Children, and with him we have a child champion, Ishwari Anil Sahane. May I request them to come up onto the dais? Yeah, you can sit. Can we have the mic, please? You have it with you? Okay. Ishwari will now say a few words.
गुड आफ्टरनून सर्वांना. मी ईश्वरी अनिल सहाने. मी नाशिक जिल्ह्यात असलेल्या सिन्नर तालुक्यातील जिल्हा परिषद शाळा सोनेवाडी या शाळेत शिकते. मी इयत्ता 5वीत शिकत असून आमच्या बालगटाची मी अध्यक्ष आहे. सर्वप्रथम तुम्ही मला इथे माझे मत मांडण्याची जी संधी दिली त्याबद्दल सर्वांना मी धन्यवाद देते. आमच्या सिन्नर तालुक्यातील 22 शाळांमध्ये सेव्ह द चिल्ड्रन ही संस्था गुणवत्ता विकासासाठी 2014 पासून काम करत आहे. आम्ही कधीही आमच्या अधिकारांबद्दल विचार केला नव्हता आणि आम्हालाही अधिकार आहे हे देखील आम्हाला माहीत नव्हते. परंतु जयश्रीताईच्या मदतीने आम्ही आमचा बालगट स्थापन केला. या बालगटाच्या मीटिंगमध्ये आम्ही शाळेतील व इतर समस्या, अधिकार, कर्तव्य याविषयी चर्चा करतो. आमच्या शाळेमधील पिण्याचे पाणी, स्वच्छतागृह, ऑल कंपाऊंड, खेळाचे मैदान, शालेय पोषणाहार याविषयीच्या समस्या आम्ही सोडवल्या. त्यामुळे आम्ही आमच्या समस्या सोडवू शकतो असा आत्मविश्वास आमच्यामध्ये निर्माण झाला आहे. बालगटाच्या माध्यमातून हे समजले की मुलांनाही अधिकार असतात. हो, आम्हालाही अधिकार आहे. जगण्याचा अधिकार, विकासाचा अधिकार, संरक्षणाचा अधिकार आणि सहभागाचा अधिकार. आमचे हे अधिकार समाजातील प्रत्येक मुलाला मिळावे यासाठी आम्ही बालगटाच्या माध्यमातून प्रयत्न करत आहोत. मुलाचा महत्त्वाचा अधिकार म्हणजेच शिक्षणाचा अधिकार. पण तो त्याला मिळतो का? प्रत्येक मुलाला तो मिळतो का? नाही. याचा गांभीर्याने विचार करण्याची गरज आहे. कारण आपल्या समाजात अजूनही अशी अनेक मुले आहेत जी शिक्षणापासून वंचित आहेत. अशा प्रत्येक शेवटच्या मुलाला त्याचा अधिकार मिळवून देण्यासाठी आम्ही प्रयत्न करत आहोत. आमच्या शाळा या ग्रामीण भागात आहे. जास्तीत जास्त पालक शेतमजुरी करतात आणि ते शिक्षणाबद्दलही जागरूक नाही. अशा काही मुलांच्या घरी जाऊन आम्ही सतत पालकांना शिक्षणाचे महत्त्व पटवून दिले. त्या पालकांनी आम्हाला खूप वेळा परत पाठवले, पण आम्ही आमचे प्रयत्न सोडले नाही. आम्ही आमचे शिक्षक व शाळा व्यवस्थापन समितीची मदत घेतली व त्या पालकांना समजावून सांगितले. आता ती मुलं नियमित शाळेत येत आहेत याचा आम्हाला खूप आनंद झाला. आज जागतिक विचार केला तर 6 ते 14 वयोगटातील मुलांचे गळतीचे प्रमाण अधिक आहे. त्याला कारणेही अनेक आहेत. त्या मुलांना आपल्या लहान भावंडांना सांभाळावे लागते. घरकामात, शेतात आईवडिलांना मदत करावी लागते आणि त्यांची परिस्थितीही गरिबीची असते. त्यामुळे ही मुलं शिक्षणापासून दूर जातात. अशा काही मुलांच्या घरी जाऊन आम्ही सतत पालकांना शिक्षणाचे महत्त्व पटवून दिले, ज्यामुळे आमच्या शाळेचा पटही वाढला आहे. समाजामध्ये एक असा समज तयार झालेला आहे की माझ्यासारख्या मुलांना काही समजतच नाही, ती खूप लहान आहे, त्यामुळे कुठल्याही गोष्टीबद्दल मत मांडण्याची संधी आम्हाला मिळत नाही. त्यामुळे बालगटाच्या माध्यमातून समाजाची ही मानसिकता बदलवून टाकण्याचा प्रयत्न आम्ही करत आहोत. आमच्या शाळेत सूचनापेटी आहे. या सूचनापेटीमुळं जी मुलं बोलायला मत मांडायला घाबरत होती ती मुलंही आता आपली मतं मांडू लागली आहेत. त्यामुळे शाळेच्या विकासामध्ये सर्वांचा सहभाग वाढला आहे. आपल्या समाजात अजूनही अशी अनेक मुले आहेत जी शिक्षणापासून वंचित आहे. अशा प्रत्येक शेवटच्या मुलाला त्याचा अधिकार मिळवून देण्यासाठी आम्ही प्रयत्न करत आहोत. आमच्या या प्रयत्नांना मोठ्यांचीही साथ मिळावी, समाजाला बाल अधिकाराची जाणीव व्हावी, यासाठी समाजातील प्रत्येक घटकाने प्रयत्न करणे गरजेचे आहे. म्हणून मी या कार्यक्रमाच्या माध्यमातून येथे उपस्थित सर्वांना आव्हान करते की प्रत्येक शेवटचे मूल शाळेपर्यंत कसे पोहोचेल, त्याला त्याचा शिक्षणाचा अधिकार कसा मिळेल, यासाठी आपण सर्वजण मिळून प्रयत्न करूया. धन्यवाद.
थँक यू ईश्वरी, तू खूप छान बोललीस. May I now request Mr. Thomas Chandy also to say a few words.
Isn't she brave? This is a first big stage for her, and she comes from a village in Nasik. Well, this is, she also talked about as one of her rights as the right to participate. And this is what we try to do across the country, creating champions out of children to talk about their own rights. We have one girl called Anu Yara in West Bengal. I met her last year, and she was actually invited to go to UNGA and participate, United Nations General Assembly. Single-handedly, she stopped child marriage in her village, and it actually spread to other villages. And those are the people we try and build. And I must also, first of all, congratulate Dr. Manjari Prabhu and all the members of PILF. First of all, for this successful continuation coming into the 4th year, as well as giving importance for children and importance for a great author of the last century, Enid Blyton. And I'm sure that all of us did grow up on a good diet of Enid Blyton and Narnia Chronicles and Tolkien and so on. But Enid Blyton always personally stood out for me, the woman who said that don't give someone to something, but give something to someone. In the same era of Enid Blyton, there lived another woman called Eglantine Jepp. Immediately after the First World War in 1919, she founded a movement called Save the Children, which actually initially reached out to Germany, Austria, and Russia. And she was actually labeled as helping enemies' children, wherein she retorted with this famous statement that children have no enemies. And she founded Save the Children, and also the greatest legacy that she left behind for the world is the Charter of Children's Rights, which was endorsed by the League of Nations and became the basis for the UNCRC, or the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, which all countries of the world have signed up to now. And from Europe, this movement spread, and we work in 120 countries. And also in India, we work in 18 states. I'm really proud and happy to announce that also Mr. Narayana Murthy is one of our patrons. And of course, this meeting is coincidental here. I would just like to talk about another, basically a millennial author, somebody who everybody knows, Rowling. She, you know, she is the first author to get into the billionaire club of Forbes list. But last week, there was news all across that she has been ousted from the billionaires club. Do you know why? The reason? The reason is that she gave lots of money to charity. Almost close to $200 million that everybody wants to get into that club. Here is somebody getting out of that club because she is given for social cause and mostly for children's cause. So I would encourage all of us here to be giving. I mean, it's not always about money, but to be giving something to the children of this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chandy. We would like to take this opportunity to felicitate and express our thanks to our sponsors and to our patrons. Mr. Bharat Agarwal will be felicitated. Our international partners from the Salzburg Global Seminar, Mr. Jan Heinecke, Frankfurt Book Fair, Ms. Prashanti Rastogi. She's not here. Our bronze partners, Jaico Book House, Mr. Akash Shah. Social theme, Save the Children. Oh, okay, sorry. They're here. Social theme, Save the Children, Mr. Chandy. Or Ishwari. As also UNICEF. Is someone here from UNICEF? No. Okay, Hospitality, Hotel Rami Grand. Bookstore, Crossword. Mr. Akash Gupta, is he here? Radio partner, Radio 1, Sabina. Simagad Institute, Ms. Asha Bokil. I now request Mr. Bharat Agarwal to say a few words.
Honorable Shri Narayana Murthy, Dr. Mashelkar, dignitaries on the dais, audience. Good afternoon to all of you and welcome once again to PILF. As Vishwadharma Publications, I think this is the third year where we are partnering with Dr. Manjari Prabhu and her team. We are very proud of this partnership. Vishwadharma Publications comes from a background of educational institutes. We run engineering colleges, management colleges, schools in Pune by the name Vishwadharma. VIT happens to be a known brand amongst engineering colleges. Recently, when Government of India published for the first time its rankings, NIRF, VIT was ranked 65th all over India. Coming from this background of students and education, I think it was our duty, our responsibility to support literature, to support reading, and thus we decided that we'll partner with the PILF. We are, as I told earlier, proud of this partnership, and Dr. Manjari will continue to support you as much as possible from our side. In fact, Dr. Manjari Prabhu's team is an example for most of the businesses. A very, I would say, a small team. I can count them on my fingers, and they are organizing this huge event. Compliments to all of you. Congratulations for successful launch of the event, and I'm sure that as an outsider, I see the quality of the event and the quantity in terms of audience and the content going up and improving every year. I have also been associated with one activity as VP. I'll make that announcement, Manjari. So we had a competition where we had invited authors to submit their manuscripts to the PILF team and to the VP team, and it was supposed that today we announce the winners. These 3 manuscripts will now be published by our publications and maybe released before or at least on the date of the next PILF. The first winner is, I'll have the titles with me. I think so Vishal later on will give the author's name also. The first winner is Where There Is a Will. The second winner is The Gurutul Chronicles. And the third winner is Silly Girl and a Brat. So compliments and congratulations to these winners. I have to use my mobile. I am not as bright as the little girl whom we just heard speaking so fluently. By the way, really compliments to Save the Children. After we see something like this, we believe and we understand there is so much more to do than what we have achieved. PILF is a great platform to listen to authors. Authors are thought leaders. I had 2 occasions of listening to 2 thought leaders. Both of them are on stage. Dr. Mashelkar, I have had a fortune of interacting more than once. 3 years back, in a social event, he told me, Bharat, you need to do 3 things. You need to scale up, you need to have speed, and you need to have sustenance. Sir, this is my Guru Mantra even today. I try to put it in my work every now and then, and I also advocate to all my friends this simple Guru Mantra. I advocate as Dr. Mashelkar is saying that, so there is no debate with me on that. Just now, a lifetime opportunity for me to interact for 2 minutes with Mr. Murthy. Again, only in 2 minutes, he gave wisdom, he gave direction, and he gave a vision to the entire publication house of ours. He has given us a vision that let us bring rich content for the children, answering simple topics of physics, of science, internationally to our local audience over here. So we take this as another Guru Mantra, and we assure you we'll work on this. Once again, my compliments to PILF team, a great team, and great job, Bipin. I know a few of you all by names, so whomever I know, I'll name them. A great job by all of you all. I wish the audience a happy event, a successful event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar to say a few words.
My very dear friend, guru, guide, philosopher, my inspirer, Narayana Murthy, distinguished dais, ladies and gentlemen. I was arguing with Manjari as to why I should not be on the dais, I should be sitting there and listening. But she wouldn't listen. I hope there is someone that she listens to. Because you are going to have 1 hour of me after Murthy's interaction. So I'm going to keep my remarks very brief indeed. I think the first point I want to make is to congratulate Manjari, congratulate all the partners for creating and sustaining this Pune International Literary Festival. Whether an organization is live or not, one has to look at the science of life. And as they say, growth is life. And I can see that growth here. I mean, the kind of audience that you have today, absolutely overflowing. So I think our next year's venue has to be different. It can't be Yashada. Second point, as you know, there is Pune International Center, which I and Dr. Vijay Kelkar are president and vice president of. It's a growing organization. And we always say it is Pune International Center, but more importantly, it is an international center in Pune, because its agenda is international. So I would simply say that this is Pune Literary Festival, International Literary Festival, but it's an international literary festival held in Pune. Because the kind of themes that you have, the kind of thoughts that you have are really global, so as to say, in character. There is nothing about Pune or Maharashtra or India about it. I think that's very clear, including the kind of audience that I see. The third point I want to make is that our morning was a very special one. We heard Ishwari. By the way, my granddaughter's name is also Ishwari. And Ishwari, तुला मी परत सांगतो बरं का, माझी नात आहे ना, तिचंही नाव ईश्वरी आहे. तुझ्यासारखीच गोड आहे ती, पण मी तुझ्यासारखी तिला हुशार होण्यासाठी सांगणार आहे आता, तू काय जशी बोलली. Now, I think the only one comment I want to make is that when we talk about the theme that you gave us, children's rights, I think rights always go with responsibility. So I think when you say children's right, in bracket you have to say our responsibility. All right? Now, we talk about, and Ishwari talked about right to education. But it's not so much the right to education, it is the right education. And who is going to give right education? It is us. So along with children's responsibility comes rights come our responsibility. And I think that is a matter of great concern if you look at our education system and so on. Murthy, I was looking on the other day about in 2020, what would be the qualities and attributes that will be required for these young people as they go out into the life. Among the top 5, the first was dealing with complexity. Because it's a VUCA word, volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. The second is emotional intelligence. The third is critical thinking. The fourth is creativity. And the fifth is ability to co-create. Co-create not by a human interacting with human, but human interacting with machine, as we all know, as we sort of grow along. So if you take these three, for example, emotional intelligence, creativity, critical thinking, the importance of a festival like this becomes absolutely obvious. It was mentioned, NIRF and the kind of rank that you had. I happen to be the chancellor of an institute called Institute of Chemical Technology, where we had the privilege, Murthy, of your giving us the convocation address. I'm happy to say that in that NIRF, Indian Institute of Science stands first, but ICT stands second, by the way, in the whole nation now. And I have been having a discussion and debate recently about the following, that when I went there and joined what was then called as University Department of Chemical Technology, in my first year, I had courses which comprised English, which comprised social philosophy, which comprised ethics and economics. And they have vanished today. We have to actually bring them back, because I think to create a better society, a better world, I think this is extraordinarily important. You will hear more of me during the hour, so I don't want to take more time. Thank you very much, Manjari, for making me a part of this fantastic, I would not call it festival, a celebration.
Thank you, Dr. Mashelkar. May I now request Mr. Siddharth Jain to say a few words to us.
Good afternoon, everybody. Since the last 4 years, I've been making a shameless 2-minute sales pitch every time I come on the dais, and this year is the same. I'll start with a quote by Murthy sir. Progress is often equal to the difference between mind and mindset. Google told me this. But that to him. Thank you to both of you for this. So I think it's time that the large corporates of Pune change their mindset towards towards an event like this, because Manjari does this purely out of passion. She, her family members, her team, and the only people who actually benefit from this are the people of Pune. And it's really it's disheartening for somebody like me who comes from Bombay to see the lack of support that we get here. If Mr. Bharat or Vishwakarma would have not stepped in, 3 years ago, it would have become so difficult to organize this festival and call so many speakers from across the country and the world. And I hope that Mr. Murthy being here this year is a signal to the large corporates that they need to be a little more responsible towards endeavors like these, which help the people of Pune and which are very non-commercial in their intent. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Jain. Now we come to the moment why this auditorium is so jam-packed. It is my honor to request Sri Narayana Murthy to please address the audience.
Dr. Manjari Prabhu, Dr. Mashelkar, other distinguished persons on the dais, and guests. First of all, I must confess that I do not have the courage, the eloquence, and the wisdom of little Ishwari. Age and media have mellowed me quite a lot to read from a written text. Therefore, if I use a written text, I hope you people will not mind. In any case, after Ramesh's usual scintillating speech, it's all downhill. We may as well go home. But then you asked for it, and therefore you will get it. Pune is a unique city. It's the place where I started Softronics first and then Emphasis. It's the place where I met my wife to be. It's the place where I started my interest in literary activities just because I wanted to follow wherever my girlfriend went. And you know, these are all acquired tastes, and after sitting through hours of just looking at her, something had to seep in. Therefore, I, who was devoted primarily to science, physics, mathematics, electrical engineering, theoretical computer science, etc., did start some appreciation for literature, for music, films, etc., etc. It's also a great privilege to be in the city that has produced my friend Sri Rahul Bajaj, my close friend Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar, late Dr. Dandekar, my good friend Dr. Jayant Nalika, the famous astrophysicist, and incidentally, my favorite popular science author, Pula Deshpande, of course, of yesteryears, and more recently Gauri Shinde, and of course Manjari. So therefore, I am very, very thankful to Manjari for this opportunity. Literary festivals are events that create opportunities to show our respect to well-known literateurs and to showcase budding talent. Literature serves several important purposes in every civilized society. Itihasa, as epics are called in India for some reason, or what you could call socio-historical renditions of years long ago, 4,000-year-old, 5,000-year-old, provide us an opportunity to learn to avoid mistakes of the past and to learn to be better suited for the modern societies. Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bhagavata, many of these, and of course other Bible, Quran, Granth Sahib, these are all excellent examples of how we can learn from the mistakes that are talked about in those wonderful books. These epics also, incidentally I forgot Torah. These books, these epics also help us to become better citizens of the contemporary societies, and they help us to introspect on how to conduct ourselves properly, in a peaceful manner, in a courteous manner, and to appreciate all thoughts of political affiliations and of religious affiliations. They help us to become more liberal. They help us to become more broad-minded. History helps us to understand what societies were like in the past how civilizations and cultures evolved, their strengths and weaknesses, what we can learn from the rulers and the ruled, and why some societies succeeded in science and technology, and why some societies prevailed over others and ruled these latter societies. History is very, very important. And as Samvak put it, if you do not know where you have come from, you are unlikely to know where you will go. Therefore, history is very, very important. I was personally introduced to the 19 volumes of the History of World Civilization by Will and Ariel Durant, by my then girlfriend, today my wife. She also introduced me to Arnold Toynbee, Professor Nilakanta Shastri, and of course, having been indoctrinated sufficiently, I have read Ramachandra Guha. And these are all wonderful examples of valuable historians. There are authors who deal with contemporary social issues. They paint a vivid picture of the dilemma faced by clash of cultures and bring back to our own memories of how we resolved those issues, or at least how those depicted characters resolved those issues. S.L. Bhairappa, the famous literature, the famous author, the famous novelist, is one such wonderful example. His celebrated novel, which has been made into a very successful film, probably 15 years ago, named Tabbali Neenade Magane, that's the Kannada title, that is, Son, You Have Become an Orphan, is a wonderful example of this, of how the characters in that story, one coming from rural India, her son having gone from rural India to university here, then to the United States, and married a girl from there, and she comes and settles down in the village, and how they understand and they resolve their cultural issues to the satisfaction of everybody in some way, and how the village priest Venkataramana has his own dilemma with regard to the role of the sacred cow. I think there is so much to learn from that book. So therefore, people like him are wonderful examples of solving, or at least attempting to highlight, the various dilemmas we face when we live in a multicultural world. Late Dr. U.R. Ananthamurthy is another wonderful example. I have taken deliberately 2 Kannada novels because that's my mother tongue, and that's what my boss insisted I learn, my wife. And being a very disciplined pupil, I did that. And there are umpteen such wonderful examples in other Indian languages and in languages from all over the world, whether it is English, Spanish, French, Japanese, you name it, Russian. In all these languages, there are authors who are trying to provide human service to the society through their depiction of these dilemmas and through their introspection on how to, or at least providing some solutions to these problems. There are, of course, a third kind of authors who, through their simple and contemporary incidents of life in the modern day world, right here in India, communicate the power of values to our children like Ishwari. This perhaps is the biggest need of the day if we have to instill values of discipline, hard work, sacrifice, public good, deferred gratification, secularism, honesty, and tolerance for others' beliefs and views. My wife, Sudha Murthy, through her story collections like Wise and Otherwise, How I Taught My Grandmother to Read, and many more, in my opinion, has done yeoman service to, in this particular area, in helping children imbibe those wonderful values. Then there are authors who have contributed immensely to the area that I am most interested in, and that is science and technology, and their applications to make this world and India better. Frankly, folks, I don't know how many of you have read, but I can't think of a better book for teaching children puzzles of nature than Dr. Jayant Naralikar's The Lighter Side of Gravity. If any of you have not read it, I would request you to please buy that book and read it. It just explains so nicely to laypersons some of the most complex puzzles of nature. For example, one of the issues, one of the questions that he raises in that book is, can you ever see sun rising in the west? And he answers it, yes, there is one instance when you can actually see sun rising in the west. That is, if you are taking a flight from, say, London and flying over Chicago, and if you fly at more than the speed of rotation of Earth from west to east, and so that you are flying from east to west, then you will indeed see sun rising in the west. So the point I'm making is, he is just, there are so many, every page is so valuable to our children to understand science better, so that they can indeed solve problems that are posed by nature. The second book that I have read and I have enjoyed and I believe is very useful is my colleague, ex-colleague and friend Nandan Nilekani and his friend Viral Shah's Rebooting India, Realizing a Billion Aspirations. It's a book that helps our policy makers understand the power of technology in making India a better place. Of course, we have this wonderful book written by Manjari on in the area of crime. It's all written, I'm told, in it's all about events that happen in 48 hours in Salzburg. I am very eager to receive the book from Manjari and to read that. Or if she tells me how it is available on Amazon, I will go and buy it. Then there are people who have written a lot about comedy. Comedy is very, very important because we need to love. Life is so tedious, so boring otherwise, that we need to amuse ourselves from such wonderful books. Therefore, comedy becomes extremely important. Then there are, of course, people who have written wonderful biographies, autobiographies, novels, and collection of columns, just to mention a few categories. Friends, I am so happy that Dr. Manjari Prabhu is bringing all these wonderful authors together under one roof for these next 3 days or 2.5 days, and bringing this extraordinary opportunity to the citizens of Pune, and all of us must be very, very grateful, and I wish the literary festival a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are indeed privileged and grateful for your presence with us today. Before we go to the vote of thanks, I'd like to request Mr. Yazdi from Jet Airways to come up onto the stage. Jet Airways are our airline partners, and he's just arrived, so we'd like to felicitate him. Mr. Yazdi? Now I request Ms. Leena Prabhu to give the vote of thanks.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. It is really, really good to see all of you in in this big number right now here. It is, I just know, I have no words to say that we're really happy, the PILF team, that all of you are here, and you're going to be here for the next 3 days, and we assure you that you will really enjoy. This is the full experience that you're going to have. You will go back with really wonderful memories of PILF, and you will want to come again and again. So I really am happy to say this. I just also want to know if Mr. Pure Heart, is he here? Is Pure Heart here? Yeah. Can you please come? And Radhika Meghnathan, is she here? Yeah, please come. Yeah, please come on stage. Is Pure Heart here? Yeah, please. I don't know whether I pronounced the name correct. Is it Pure Heart? How do I? Oh, that's you, Pure Heart. Okay, and Radhika. Yeah, please. So, Bharat, these are your authors. You have declared them. The one more, okay, see, that's a good thing. The third one is from Canada, and he couldn't make it. Shivam Singh, he's from Canada, so yeah. He will follow up on email and get his contract done. But these two are, one has come from Chennai and the other from Mumbai. Some of the names, of course, we have so many partners and all, we have felicitated and thanked them. The other names that I would like to add here is Professor M.N. Navle and Srimati Asha Bokil and Sinhagarh Technical Education Society, Mr. Sanjay Dapke and Guardian Media and Entertainment for their support, Mr. Mukesh Malhotra and Wakefield, India, for sponsoring a session. You know, we went to them last minute, and they've been really good, and they've sponsored a session, but next year I'm sure they will do much more, because Wakefield is, you know, always known for that, to support good activities. We also want to thank our anchors who are going to be there for the next 3 days, and they're going to you know, see that the things are happening well in all the sessions and take over. So I would like to thank Lisa Pingre, who you heard already, Sonali Kothari, Renu Arya, Sonia Gandhi, Sriram Shinde, Christoph Sint, it's a little tricky name. Then we have Kulpreet Yadav. So they are going to be actually doing the anchoring for the next 3 years in all the sessions, and seeing that all the sessions are happening, you know, on time, and everybody benefits from it. Then we would like to thank our website developer, Mr. Nitish Patil, and his team at Tech Leaper for managing a dynamic website. And that literally means dynamic. It's changing all the time. You know, the schedules are getting changed, and authors are requesting change of time and dates, and it is dynamically changing. So yeah, very thankful to them. Mr. Prasad Patil for technical support in creating the PILF video. Mr. Anup Dham, Mr. Makrand Malve and the creative team. This is the MIT Media School. So they have created the videos for our yours truly sessions. Okay. Mr. Anand Lime, Director General Yashada, and the entire team of MDC, Yashada, where we are now, of course, for extending their wholehearted support to make this event take place. So you can see, you know, this is being a government institute, and a festival like this happening here, a lot of, you know, rules and regulations may have been bent a bit to make it happen here. So really thankful to them that they have cooperated and supported us. So basically, and of course all our, you know, the sponsors and the partners, we've already felicitated them, so they are there. I would just like to, you know, mention something. The way PILF has grown, and the type of respect and affection that we are getting from people, and of course I can see that here. What has happened is many people have been inspired by Manjari, and they also thought that, of course, why not? When we can have a lit fest. So there are people who would like to have their own lit fests, okay? But I would like to share a little secret with you that all of those people do not have the hardworking, dedicated, and full of innovation team that is there for PILF. So I'm doubtful whether, you know, others will be very soon coming up with another PILF. And of course, so all of you should meet that team, you know, PILF team. So team, please come up. Team. We talked about the small team that we have, and yes, we really have a small team. Yeah. So I will, yeah, so this is there. Niti is here. And where is, yeah, Niti, come. Arjun, yeah. So I'm just going to just give you one-liner for each of them. The core team, as we say, because those who have been really from the day one, and the four of us are standing here. Okay, Vipin, of course, is there. You know how it is, the support required. He's Manjari's husband. So that support is there, of course, and good support, yeah. Okay, and I'm Manjari's sister, Leena Prabhu. So again, you can understand that this is all we are doing. So for the family, for Manjari, we are working hard to get this thing for PILF, yes. We have Niti. Tulika, who's also there from day one, and she's Manjari's friend, but she is now for next 3 days going to be the headmistress for all the volunteers around here. So all those volunteers who are going to be, trying to make this festival happen smoothly, she's the headmistress for them. I've been doing, the other odd jobs like taking care of the hospitality, the hotels, and the travel, and so on. Bipin, of course, again all around. So all of us are doing multitasking, but still focused on some areas. And then Rajiv here is, we talked about this Agatha Christie exhibition and the Enid Blyton exhibition, for which I can see a lot of students and children have come today, are going to come here. So he is the curator and designer for this exhibition. Okay. He, for the last few months, he has been, he's gone back to he's reliving his childhood. He's rereading all those Enid Blyton books which he had read in his, younger days. He's read them, he's taken out all the material that needs to go into this exhibition. He has designed all those posters, and now last whole night he was here setting up the exhibition with his friends Manoj and Vatwe. So he has his team, small team. Last whole night they spent at Yashada setting up the exhibition. So don't forget to visit the exhibition. Huh? Yeah. This one? Yeah. You can see this backdrop here is also a scene from Enid Blyton. Most of you must have recognized that. The boat and the kids are going to the Kiran Island, so it's a Kiran Island scene there. So all of this is his brainchild. Then we have our young guns here, Arjun and Niti. They have, he's come from Dubai for this. In fact, they were students a couple of years back. Since then, they are there with us, and now they are professionals in their own way. But yes, they still want to be with PILF, and so they help us and do things, when we need them. So he's come from Dubai especially for this. Prasad is of course there. We mentioned him about, he's done the PILF film. And then this year we have two new additions. So we have two new additions here this time. We have the social media. We're trying to reach out to more and more people so that they should come and take advantage and enjoy the festival. So Amit Jain is here, who is the social media expert, and he's taking care of all this, what should go on the Facebook and stuff like that. So he's there. And Rohit Geratini, he's also joined us this year, and he's also trying to see how we can sort of, raise more funds for PILF, and how we can reach out to many people, to Rotarians and others, a whole lot of clubs and institutes. So he's been, and I hope that, he also continues to be there with us. So this is our sort of a short team. Runali, okay. She's the newest addition. She has designed all the, whatever you see outside, all the posters and the banners. She's the designer. You can't see her? She's ready. Stand here. Okay. So this is, anybody else is remaining? Yeah. Niti sanga. Niti to hi nahi sanga. No. That's okay. Yeah, so this is our team, and so whatever you enjoy in this festival, if you find any flaws, if you have any feedback, you know whom to call us for, and if you like, please also pat us, so saying that okay, it's a good job. So this is what a short vote of thanks I would say, because thanking the team is also important. With all our partners, of course, are there. So I enjoy the festival for the next 3 years and 3 days. Next 3 days. Yeah, years, why not?
Years.
Every year, many years is going to happen. So please enjoy. That's it. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, now we are going to have, we will stop here with you want something? Yeah. After this, no, but before that, we're going to have a national anthem.
Are we going to have national anthem?
Yeah, we will. We have a very nice national anthem which has been videoed by CRY, and it is on the background of child labor. So we will see that, and in another, and after about say 10-15 minutes gap. Oh, we want to start immediately? Okay, and immediately after that, we will start Mr. Narayana Murthy's session. So please don't leave. Thank you.
It's a visual creation by CRY, Child Relief and You, about child labor and some visuals, and the national anthem plays in the background in sort of instrumental music. Everybody please stand to respect the national anthem.
शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभाशिष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Now please be seated patiently for the next session.